Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only Animation Legends, and yeah, guys, today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto was neglected by his family and decided to absorb the powers of Alien X. So, yeah, guys, hopefully, you guys enjoyed the previous part of the series, and if you guys have not seen it, please, guys, check it out. You guys will definitely like it. And yeah, guys, before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please, guys, do so. It would be very helpful to me as I want to reach 20k subscribers, and you guys subscribing would be really appreciated. So please guys do so. And yeah guys, please leave some comments in the comment section, as that is a great way for motivation for me, and leave some likes as well. So without any further ado, let's start the video. Last time we left off as we saw that Naruto in his sleep was watching the universe of Ben Tennyson as well as the powers of different aliens, especially the power of Alien X, as Naruto saw that how the universe of then Tennyson was destroyed by Annihilork, but Alien X was able to reverse all the destruction and even was able to rewrite the universe in his own image, as Naruto was at awe of the power of Alien X. As afterward, Naruto woke up, as Naruto thought that today was gonna be a good day because today he's gonna be announced as Clan 8 in front of everyone. So Naruto was ready for that. While on the other hand, it was decided by Minato as well as Kushina that Menma is gonna be the next heir of the Uzumaki and Namikaze family, and Mito is gonna marry with Uchiha Sasuke, the younger son of Fugaku. So therefore, that is gonna be a powerful alliance between Hokage as well as the Uchiha clan. While on the other hand, when Naruto heard the news, he was taken aback at that in front of everyone. Minato decided to announce Menma as the next heir to the position of the clan heir. This way, they will be able to protect Menma as well as Mito, who both of them were Jinchuriki as well as the children of 4th Hokage. So the Elder Council was worried that Minato's power was increasing rapidly because of the Jinchuriki. So they wanted to control at least one of the Jinchurikis, but this way, Menma becoming the clan heir. If they really force Menma into the Ambu or route, then the other clans will definitely be worried about the Elder Council. Then their power will definitely decrease, while on the other hand, Mito is gonna marry into the Uchiha clan and they will never accept it. So both of these parts were cut off because of it. Afterward, when everyone saw that how Minato has announced Menma to be the clan heir, as afterward Menma started to mock Naruto as both brothers almost came to feast, but Minato decided to favor Menma and told Naruto that he should not be so narrow-minded, as well as he decided to, you can say, scold Naruto, as afterward Naruto in anger started to run away, but Minato simply shook his head at that, disappointed in his son. So he decided to, you can say, talk with Menma, and afterward decided to go back into the party. Afterward, Naruto went to, you can say, sleep, as Naruto realized that something is off in his dream. He saw his other self, his other counterpart in other timelines. He also saw the timeline in which he was the only son, how his family was happy, everyone favored him, and he also saw the timeline in which his parents died at his birth, and he had grown up to become the 7th Hokage. Naruto saw everything, as Naruto finally understood that it was because of a dojutsu, as a name appeared in Naruto's mind. That was Ryu Jigan. That was the dojutsu Naruto possessed. He can go into the other timelines as well as universes and experience them. As Naruto was at awe of the power, he wanted to tell this good news to his family, as Naruto believed that once Minato and Kushina will realize that he has a dojutsu, and a powerful dojutsu at that, they will definitely name him as the clan heir once again. But Naruto saw everything. How Minato was saying that Menma had greater potential than Naruto himself, and Menma was more suited to be the next clan heir, as Naruto was disappointed in his parents and decided to return back to sleep. As Naruto wanted power, he wanted to show everyone that he can become a powerful shinobi as well. But unknown to Naruto, his life is gonna change rapidly, as in his dreams he saw his other self finally perfecting the Rasen Shuriken training and finally mastered the power of Rasen Shuriken. So yeah guys, that was the last part of the series. So if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out. You guys will definitely like it. So now let us start the story with Naruto, as 8-year-old Naruto at the moment was training in the Training Ground 7. As Naruto was running all over the place, he has gained the experience of Shadow Clones, the chakra control, as well as the training of Rasen Shuriken, even though Naruto cannot use it for longer periods of time, so Naruto can only use the wind style Rasengan, as Naruto made several Shadow Clones thanks to his training in dreams. Naruto chakra level has increased. Is it because he has taken over his other self in his dreams. Naruto has also realized that he wanted to control Kakashi, or rather, enter his body in his dreams, but Naruto realized that he was unable to get the experience from Kakashi because it was only that Naruto can enter his other selves in other timelines, while he cannot take control of Kakashi or Minato or anyone like that, as Naruto realized that he can only gain experience from his self in the future, as Naruto thought, as he finally made shadow clones, as all the shadow clones started to make Rasengan and started to add wind chakra into it, as Naruto wanted to control this power, as Naruto simply smiled at that, even though his parents had rejected him earlier, but Naruto still believed that as long as he showed to everyone that he is a powerful shinobi and his potential is greater than Menma and Mito, then his parents will return back to him once more, as Naruto thought in his mind, but unknown to him. One figure was watching all of it from the shadows, and this figure disappeared, while on the other hand, in the house of Saitobi clan, Hiruzen, you have to do something. You cannot allow Minato to go this far. One figure was furious about the situation. This was none other than Shimura Danzo. And this meeting was of the Elder Council, as third Hokage Satobi Hiruzen was sitting in the main chair, just like when they were present in the Hokage office. But the meeting room has changed from Hokage office to Satobi clan place, as Hiruzen was smoking his pipe, while on the other hand, the other elders were not looking happy, as well as Shimura Danzo was yelling all over the place. Hiruzen, we have to do something. Minato's wings has really hardened. How dare he use such dirty matters to disobey us? We have to stop him no matter what. His power as fourth Hokage is increasing rapidly. Not only he has dismissed our advice to suppress the Uchiha clan, but he has also made a marriage contract with those damn Uchihas. As third Hokage looked towards Shimura Danzo, what do you want me to do, Danzo? There is nothing we can do about the matter. It is the authority of Minato as the clan head. He can announce anyone one of his children to be the clan heir. It is just that he ignored Naruto and named Menma. There is nothing we can do about it, even if we really push it. Do you really believe that Naruto can defeat Menma and take the position of clan heir? As everyone was silent there, after all of them knows that Minato and Kushina were secretly training Menma and Mito, and therefore they can even control small bit of Kyuubi's chakra at this point as well. And Naruto was just that; they simply ignored him. While on the other hand, third Hokage looked towards Danzo. There is nothing we can do for now, but in the future, we will try our best to suppress the power of Minato. As all of them looked towards each other, Minato's plan, it was genius. This way, he has stopped all the avenues of this elder council, as Shimura Danzo scoffed at that and decided to leave this meeting. The power of fourth Hokage is growing and they have to stop it no matter what. But suddenly a root Ambu appeared beside him. Lord Danzo, as he started to explain the situation in the training ground 7, Uzumaki Naruto, according to the information and the orders you have given us, we were keeping an eye on all the children of Hokage, and we had noticed that Uzumaki Naruto not only has mastered the shadow clones, but he has also mastered the Rasengan, and at the moment he was training the evolved version of the Rasengan. When Shimura Danzo heard that, he was taken aback at that, as he quickly used Sunshin and appeared at the training ground 7, where he saw one of the clones of Naruto had the wind style Rasengan in his hand. As Naruto was examining the wind style Rasengan, as Shimura Danzo's eyes narrowed at that, looking towards Naruto, it seemed that he had previously underestimated this firstborn of Hokage, but then a greedy look appeared in Shimura Danzo's face. If Menma and Mito are truly out of reach, then what about this Uzumaki Naruto? As Shimura Danzo smirked at that and disappeared, while on the other hand, in the Sarutobi clan, the other elders were talking with third Hokage Hiruzen, while Danzo is extreme, but he's not wrong. Minato's power is growing too rapidly. We have to do something, otherwise, sooner or later, Minato will expel us from the power center of power in Konoha, as third Hokage was also worried about it. The reason he had chose Minato over Orochimaru, it was not because Orochimaru was dark or he was performing experiment. No, it was not that. It was that Orochimaru was far too qualified as a leader. If Orochimaru was really put in the position of fourth Hokage, then it would not even take 1 year for Orochimaru to gather all power in Konoha, and they, the Elder Council, and even his own sensei would be kicked out of the Hokage office, not like today. Even after 9 years of Minato becoming the fourth Hokage, the Elder Council as well as the third Hokage still possess great power in Konoha, even though Minato's power is growing, but it is not reached to the level that he can truly ignore the power of the Elder Council. Even the power of third Hokage alone is equal, if not greater than, the fourth Hokage himself, as Sir Toby was thinking about this whole matter. He cannot allow Minato to slip from his finger, but suddenly the door was once again slammed open. Everyone was surprised when Shimura Danzo entered into the room. As Sir Toby Hiruzen looked towards Danzo, Danzo, you are back. What is it now? As Danzo looked towards Hiruzen, if Minato really doesn't want to hand over his other two Jinchuriki children, then let him ask for that other kid, Uzumaki Naruto, hand him over to the root, and I will train him to be a perfect weapon. When everyone heard that, they were taken aback at that. The reason they were asking for Minato to give Menma and Mito to Root and Ambu. It was not because they wanted to oppose the fourth Hokage. No, it was because both of them were Jinchurikis. Minato, if he were to hand over one of the Jinchuriki to Root and Ambu, this will balance out the power of fourth Hokage. After all, both of them are the Jinchurikis of 9 tails. Minato will have one Jinchuriki and they will have the other Jinchuriki. But this proposal of handing over Naruto to Root, it is just, you can say, trying to offend Minato. As Hiruzen looked towards Danzo, he knows his best friend quite well, and he knows that Shimura Danzo must be up to something. What do you want, Danzo? Do you really want to oppose Minato so openly? As Shimura Danzo simply shook his head at that, this is a way for Minato to show loyalty. He said that he cannot hand over his son Menma because he is the heir of the Uzumaki Namikaze family. He said that he cannot hand over his daughter because she is married to the Uchiha clan. Then what about his other son? Does really Minato Namikaze think that he has no obligation, his family has no obligation to contribute to Konoha, then let him prove it. Let it prove it to everyone, to all of Konoha. Let him hand over his very firstborn to the root for training, therefore proving to everyone his loyalty. This surprises everyone as third Hokage started to think about it. If they really ask for it, they can really get it. But what would be the point? As he looked towards Danzo, Danzo, what do you really want? As Danzo looked towards him, that kid has potential, and I really want to see what Minato can really do about the whole matter. Didn't we say that we want to suppress Minato? Let us teach him a lesson. This way, he can protect his other two children, but he cannot protect everyone. As there was dead silence in the, you can say, room, as Hiruzen looked towards his other two friends, who simply looked towards Danzo and finally nodded at that. Alright, Hiruzen, it is decided. Uzumaki and Naruto shall join Root under the leadership of Shimura Danzo. As Hiruzen closes his eyes for a second but nodded nonetheless. The power of Minato is growing. They really have to teach Minato a lesson no matter what. As Hiruzen simply stood up. Alright, let us go to the Hokage office. And just like that, these four elders decided to pay a visit to Minato Namikaze. While in the Hokage office, Minato was doing his paperwork. Finally, from the window, Jiraiya appeared. Well, Minato, how are you doing? As Minato looked towards his sensei. Well, sensei, you are here. As Jiraiya simply smiled at that, I came from Mount Miyamoku. The Toads are really happy. They are rather happy with the potential that Menma has shown, and they want to teach him in the sage art in the future as well. As Minato nodded at that, he already know about it. Well, sensei, the potential of Menma is really great. That is the reason I put him as the clan heir. As Jiraiya frowned at that, tell me, Minato, why are you a bit worried? As Minato simply shook his head at that, it is just that Kushina was not really happy about the decision. As Jiraiya simply shook his head at that. Do not worry, Minato. I believe that Kushina will understand your sacrifices. As Minato simply nodded at that, but before they can say anything, there was a knock on the door. As the door was opened, Minato and Jiraiya was taken aback at that when third Hokage as well as all the Elder Council finally appeared in the Hokage office. Minato frowned at that. As far as you know, it is already accepted that they will not try to force him to hand over Menma and Mito to the root. So why are they here? As Minato was worried about it, well, Jiraiya simply laughed. Well, sensei, you have also arrived in the Hokage office, though you're not gonna take the Hokage seat today. As Hiruzen simply chuckled at that. Well, Minato is the Hokage. I'm just an advisor, so do not make things awkward, Jiraiya. As Jiraiya simply chuckled at that, as all of them decided to take their respective seats. As third Hokage looked towards Minato. Well, Minato, congratulations on your children becoming 8-year-old. I still remember the time when 8 years old had to join war. Those were dark times, but it is a good thing that Konoha, as well as the shinobi world, is in peace. As Tadokage started to reminisce and started to talk about the Villa fire, Minato was a bit confused about it. He was no longer a young man swept by the talks of Villa Fire. He had realized that Tadokage and the Elder Council are here, so they are definitely here to ask him something. As Minato's eyes narrowed at that, he could only hope that Tadokage will not push the matter of handing over Jinchuriki. Otherwise, things will become truly complicated and tense between the leadership of Konoha. As finally, Tadokage finally stopped as he looked towards Minato. Well, Minato, but before Hiduzen can say anything, Shimada Danzo spoke up. Well, Fourth Hokage, I must say that you have played rather good game of making your Jinchuriki-san the clan heir. Honestly, such a thing has never been done, but it is your authority as the clan head. You can name any one of your children as the clan heir. We will not discuss the matter. As for your other child, Jinchuriki child, I do not care about it. Since she is married off to the Uchiha, then I will not say much. I can only hope that you remember that the Sharingan has the power to control Kyuubi, and you will not be so lax with the Uchiha clan. As you can say, Minato simply nodded at that. He already knows about this fact. They finally came to the subject. Since you have already planned the future of your other two children, then I would like to ask you, Namakase Minato, do you really believe that you have no obligation to Konoha? You can protect your children, while the children of civilian of the other clans has to contribute to Konoha, but you, as the Hokage, do not ask your children to work for Konoha, but rather you protect them in such matter. Do you really have will of fire in your heart or not? As Minato was taken aback at that, as he glared towards Danzo. Danzo, what do you want from me? Do not go into the talk of will of fire. I am the Hokage. Do not forget that. As Shimura Danzo scoffed at that, a Hokage who protect his children and stop them from joining Ambu and Ru to protect Konoha. The power of Kyuubi doesn't belong to you, Namakaze. It belongs to Konoha. And you are stopping the Jinchuriki from contributing to Konoha. As Minato gritted his teeth at that, as finally Hiruzen spoke up. Alright, Danzo, no need to force Minato. I believe that it is not that he doesn't want to contribute to Konoha. It is just that Minato must believe that Menma is more fitted to be the heir of the Uzumaki clan, while Mito's situation is obvious to all. So let us have a compromise, if we may, as Shimura Danzo scoffed at that. Alright, Minato, prove it that you and your family is contributing to Konoha. Hand over your firstborn, Uzumaki Naruto, to Root for training. This way, you can prove to everyone that you're not just protecting your children from joining Ambu and Root, and you also want to contribute to Konoha. When Minato and Jiraiya heard that, they were taken aback at that. Both of them were seasoned people, even though Jiraiya may not look like it, but he was the commander of shinobi forces in 2nd and 3rd grade ninja bar, so do not underestimate his intelligence. He quickly realized that they were actually here for Naruto rather than talk about the whole Menma and Mito. The situation is already solved, as Minato gritted his teeth at that. Just because he has named Menma as the clan heir doesn't mean that he doesn't actually love his elder son. It is just that the situation is obvious. The potential of Menma is greater, so therefore he named him as the clan heir, while Mito can be used. And she also liked that Uchiha boy, so this way he can bring the Uchiha clan in his fold. But now the situation is that he has to hand over Naruto to Root. Otherwise, the situation will really become tense in the government of Konoha, as everyone was now looking towards Minato. Even Jiraiya opened his mouth for a second but closed it nonetheless, as he didn't want to take part in the politics of Konoha. As Minato gritted his teeth at that. Why do you want Naruto? He's not a Jinchuriki. As Danzo simply scoffed at that. You need not worry about it. Your family has to contribute to Konoha. You have the power of both Jinchurikis under your thumb, Minato, and I cannot accept that. If you really are loyal to Konoha, then you need to prove it to everyone. As Minato gritted his teeth at that, to think even the Hokage can be accused of not being loyal to Konoha. But the things are now getting complicated as Minato closes his eyes. I'm sorry, Naruto, but this is for Konoha. As Minato opened his eyes at that, give me some time and I will talk with Naruto. But everyone realized that Minato has already accepted the situation. As Danzo had a smirk on his face, the potential of Naruto. He's the only one who has seen it. He was right. Minato has not seen the potential of his son. The multi-shadow clone technique as well as the Rasengan already were high-ranking techniques, but even the fourth Hokage cannot add chakra nature to Rasengan, but the 8-year-old was able to do so. The potential of Naruto is greater than that of Minato's. While it might not be on the level of Jinchurikis, but still, it is something. As Danzo simply smirked at that, as Sartobi Hiruzen simply smiled at that. Alright, the matter is solved. Alright, Minato, we will wait for your good news. And just like that, the elder council stood up and started to walk away. As when they finally left, Minato slammed his fist into the table. Damn it. As Minato looked towards his sensei, now what sensei? As Jiraiya closes his eyes, Elder Council has already decided, Minato, you have to hand over Naruto to Danzo, otherwise things will really become complicated for you. I do not want Konoha to have a civil war, Minato. You have to make this sacrifice no matter what. When Minato heard that, he simply closes his eyes at that. He has already realized the situation. It seemed that now they simply wanted to oppose him. Since Minato refused to hand over Menma or Mito to Root and Ambo, then they will take away his first son. And now Minato doesn't have a good excuse to stop it, as Minato simply sigh at that. Even the other clans will not support Minato in this matter, as Minato simply shook his head at that. I will talk with Kushina. With that, Minato disappeared and finally arrived in the Uzumaki Namikaze house. And finally, as he looked towards Kushina, who was washing dishes, Minato, you're back, but I have not prepared food just yet. As Minato simply sighed, Kushina, I have something to tell you. As Kushina looked back towards Minato, it is the Elder Council. They have decided that Naruto will join Root starting tomorrow. As Kushina dropped the dish she was cleaning, as she looked towards Minato in utter shock. Minato, are you out of your mind? Do you not know what kind of place Root truly is and what kind of person Shimura Danzo truly is? As Minato simply sighed at that. Kushina, I cannot do anything about the matter. I had tried my best to stop them from getting Menma and Mito, and I thought that they will back off, but it seemed that now they simply want to oppose him. And even if I try my best, even the other clans will not support me in this matter. All the clans has to give some children to Root and Ambu for training, and the Uzumaki family has already been made a clan. And as the Hokage, if I really stop all of my children from joining Root or Ambu, then the other clans will become even more dissatisfied with me. And there will be complication in the government of Konoha. As Kushina looked towards Minato, but Minato, he's our son. As Minato simply hugged Kushina, Kushina, we have to make this sacrifice for Konoha no matter what. As Kushina cried a little, but this did not say anything. While on the other hand, Minato decided to take it as acceptance. While on the other hand, Naruto has finally ended all his training. As he was standing on the ground, today was a good day. He was able to gain all the control over his chakra, as well as he was able to increase the control of the wind style Rasengan, even though he can make the Rasen Shuriken, but that would be the only one Rasen Shuriken, and afterward all of his chakra would be exhausted. On top of that, his arm would be badly injured, as Naruto was wondering what his future self will come up with. After all, he believed that his other self will be able to find a way to control the Rasen Shuriken. As Naruto was wondering that, but suddenly he was surrounded by several root Ambo. Naruto was taken aback at that as he looked toward this Ambo. Verily, why are you here? Did the Hokage send you? Uzumaki Naruto, Lord Danzo summoned you. As Naruto was taken aback at that, he had heard about the name Shimura Danzo. Is he not one of the elders of Konoha? But before Naruto can say anything, one of the Ambo grabbed Naruto by the shoulder pretty roughly. As Naruto was taken aback at that, not only he was exhausted of all chakra, but he was only 8 years old, and this guy was a root Ambo at a level of a Jonin at least. As the Ambo grabbed Naruto forcefully and used the sunshine to disappear. As Naruto was taken aback at that, in the root base, Shimura Danzo was waiting in a seat looking quite like the Hokage office. Suddenly, Naruto appeared as well as the root Ambo. As root Ambo threw Naruto onto the floor and knelt in front of Danzo. Lord Danzo, we have brought Uzumaki Naruto to you. As Naruto started to look around, who are you people and why have you brought me here? Are you not one of the elders of Konoha? Do you not know that I am the son of Hokage? As Shimura Danzo looked towards Naruto and a smirk came to his face. Well, I am quite aware that you are the son of the fourth Hokage. Let me properly introduce myself. I am Shimura Danzo, and I am the leader of Root Division of Ambu, and we are the force that protect Konoha from the shadows and do the dirtiest work for Konoha. No one knows about our existence, and you, Uzumaki Naruto, from this day forward, are a member of Root. I will place the seal on your tongue, so therefore you cannot spell any secrets of Root to anyone, even to the fourth Hokage. As Naruto was taken aback at that. What are you talking about? I am not a shinobi. You cannot force me into your root division. I want to talk with my father. Shimura Danzo scoffed at that. Fourth Hokage has already accepted our proposal. Honestly, we wanted your sibling, Menman Mito, to join our root division, but it seemed that your father was quite protective of them. Even took away your position as the clan heir to protect your younger sibling, Menma. As for that other child, Mito, since she's gonna marry into the Uchiha clan will support Minato Namakase. So therefore, I was unable to get my hands on her, the power of the Jinchuriki. It seemed that your father and your mother doesn't love you as much as they love their other children. As Naruto glared towards Danzo, I do not believe you. I want to talk with the Hokage. Enough of it. Take him away. And just like that, if he slammed into the gut of Naruto, as Naruto puke out a bit of blood, and just like that, he was already exhausted of all of his chakra. He was knocked unconscious as the root Ambu took him away, ready to plant the cut seal on his tongue. As Shimura Danzo simply smirked at that in the Uzumaki Namakase household. There was, you can say, chatter everywhere as Menma and Mito were jumping around all over the place as Kushina has prepared their ramen as Minato also took his seat as he grabbed the hand of Kushina who was now feeling a bit down. Kushina, do not worry, Naruto is safe. I have already given warning to Shimura Danzo. He will not send Naruto on dangerous mission and I will be the one approving all the missions Naruto will take part in the future. And I believe that in the future he will return back to the family as Kushina simply nodded at that and finally decided to, you can say, start the training of Menma and Mito after the dinner. And just like that, time started to pass in the root base. Naruto has finally woken up as he looked around to see that he was in a small room that looked like a cell. As Naruto gritted his teeth and finally started to stood up, but Naruto noticed something is off as Naruto, you can say, looked towards a small mirror that was present here and opened his mouth to see that there was a strange seal on his tongue as Naruto was taken aback at that as the Uzumaki sealing master, even though he doesn't know all the seals, but Naruto was learning about seals from the very young age. According to the seal, it seemed like some kind of contract or rather slavery scene as Naruto gritted his teeth at that. How dare that guy put such a seal on him? No, he has to talk with Minato no matter what. Suddenly, the door was slammed open and several Root Ambu appeared. What do you want from me? But the Root Ambu spoke up. Lord Donzo has summoned you in the training grounds. As Naruto gritted his teeth at that, I will not obey any of your orders. I want to talk with Hokage. As the Root Ambu simply shook their head as Shimura Danzo finally stepped inside. Uzumaki Naruto, you are already a member of Root, and it is high time that your training begins in the Root. I've seen your potential. I know what you can truly do, and you will work for me. Your father and your parents doesn't care about you. Tell you what, if you're able to defeat this Root Ambu of mine, I will let you go back to your family to have a talk with them. But I assure you, they are the one who handed you over to me for better training. So if you're able to defeat him, then you may go back to your family for one last discussion. As Naruto gritted his teeth at that, he doesn't believe this shadowy guy. He needs to have a talk with Fourth Hokage as well as his parents no matter what. As Naruto gritted his teeth at that, now that his chakra levels has recovered, he's ready for everything. As he said, alright then, bring it on. And just like that, Naruto appeared in the training ground as Naruto looked towards the root Ambu. As Naruto looked towards the root Ambu as he was ready, multi-shadow clone technique, and just like that, there were 10 shadow clones of Naruto as all of them started to rush towards the root Ambu who finally brought out his sword and also attacked Naruto as Naruto's clone finally engaged the strength of this root Ambu. It seemed to be on a level of Jonin. As Naruto simply nodded at that, he believed that he can take him on. The experience of his other world Naruto cannot be underestimated and Naruto has gained a lot of insight from his other self. As Naruto gritted his teeth at that, alright, let me show you what I can do. As Naruto made even more shadow clones as all of them started to use the Rasengan as the Rasengan appeared in all of their hands. Rasengan as they rushes towards the root Ambu who started to rotate in the place, and just like that a fire tornado appeared dispelling all the clones of, you can say, Naruto. But this was just a cover. One clone of Naruto was had his hand forward as Naruto was pumping all of his remaining chakra into it. He knows that this is one attack, he has to use it no matter what. And just like that, a mini Rasen Shuriken finally appeared in the hand of his clone as Naruto simply nodded at that and finally gave the signal as the clone decided to substitute himself with one of the clones behind the tornado. And just like that, the fire tornado met with the mini Rasen Shuriken as both of the attacks combined together as a tsunami of fire erupted. As while on the other hand, Root Ambo, who was using his body just like the rotation technique, was turned into utter ash because of the immense fire once combined with the power of wind style Rasen Shuriken, as it turned into pure tsunami of fire which turned the Root Ambo into nothingness. Shimura Danzo, who has seen the wind style technique, he believes that this jutsu has the potential of S rank. Such a powerful technique was created by just an 8-year-old. This kind of potential, this kind of power, that is something he required in the root. Well, Minato, it seemed that you have really handed over such a fine treasure to me. As Shimura Danzo simply smirked at that. As they looked towards Naruto, I must say that I had previously underestimated you. You were able to take down a Jonin even though the Jonin had underestimated you. But it doesn't matter. Since I have made my promise, then I will finally let you have a talk with your father. And just like that, Shimura Danzo snapped his finger as the a Ambu appeared. Take him to the office of Hokage. And just like that, the Ambu nodded while on the other hand, Naruto, who was exhausted of all chakra, as the root Ambu gave Naruto one of the pills as Naruto finally ate it as his chakra levels started to recover fast. While on the other hand, the Ambu grabbed the shoulder of Naruto and disappeared in sunshine as Shimura Danzo smirked at that. Well, Minato, it seemed that your days in the position of fourth Hokage are truly numbered. Soon enough, I, Shimura Danzo, will become the fourth Hokage, the fifth Hokage, and your son will be the one. Help me achieve it. As Shimura Danzo simply smirked at that. In the office of fourth Hokage, Minato's shadow clone was doing paperwork as Jiraiya was also present there. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door as Minato was a bit confused. Come in, as the door was opened, but Minato and Jiraiya were taken aback at that when figure of Naruto as well as Root Ambu appeared. As Root Ambu let go of the shoulder of Naruto, Dad, I was kidnapped by these people. As Naruto ran towards Minato, ready to explain everything, but Naruto noticed something. There was none of the shock and anger that one would expect from a parent if his children was kidnapped and was returned just back, as there was only surprise in the eyes of Naruto. But then Naruto noticed that there was a bit of guilt as Minato almost looked away but decided to stop himself as he looked towards Naruto with, you can say, all emotions gone from the eyes of Minato. As Root Ambu spoke up, Lord Danzo had promised Naruto to, you can say, have one last discussion with his family before he returned back to Root. As Naruto was taken aback at that, he had never believed Shimura Danzo even when this Root Ambu brought him to the Hokage office. After all, no matter what, he still believed that his parents loved him and they will never hand it over to someone like Shimura Danzo. This kind of seal Naruto has examined it. This was no normal seal, it was more like a slavery seal, nothing more than that. He will be nothing more than a servant of Shimura Danzo if such a seal is planted on anyone. As Naruto looked towards Minato in utter shock in his eyes, as Minato finally closes his eyes and finally opened them. As he looked towards Naruto, I need to tell you something. Let me explain the whole matter to you in detail. As Naruto looked towards Minato blankly, as Minato ignored the expression in the eyes of Naruto, even Jiraiya, who always favored Menma and Mito, looked away from Naruto. He did not want to see the expression of betrayal in the eyes of Naruto, while on the other hand, Minato simply sighed. Minato looked towards Naruto. Well, Naruto, you know that I am the Hokage of Konoha, but that doesn't mean that I am the only authority in Konoha. From the very long time ago, when third Hokage-sama took the position of Hokage, he decided to, you can say, make a policy for all the clans to contribute to Konoha. The contribution is in a way, there is a quota in all clans to, you can say, give talented children to Root and Ambu, to, you can say, branches of the Ambu of Konoha. This way, the root protect the shadows while Ambu are the direct subordinates of, you can say, Hokage. And all clans must contribute in this matter, and I cannot stop this matter. While on the other hand, I wanted to put you in Ambu to protect you, but Hokage, previous Hokage, and elders did not accept it that after all, Ambu are my personal force, and they wanted our Uzumaki Namikaze family to contribute to Konoha. So therefore, you will join Root to, you can say, protect Konoha from the shadows as my eldest son and my firstborn. I believe that you will be able to accept this responsibility. As Minato looked towards Naruto, as Naruto had a blank look on his face. You have to understand, Naruto. This is your duty as my eldest son. As Minato looked towards Naruto, hoping that his firstborn will understand his difficulties, even though he did not want it that. But as Hokage, there is nothing he can do in the matter. As Naruto finally came out of his stupor, as pure anger and rage, the feeling of betrayal in his chest was present as Naruto glared towards Minato. Bullshit, I do not believe you. According to that Danzo guy, you only handed me over to him because of this slave seal because you wanted to protect your favorite children. Is it not? You wanted to protect Menma and Mito. They only wanted Menma and Mito to join Root, but you protected them and handed me over just like a substitute. As Minato was taken aback at that, as both Minato and Jiraiya quickly realized that Danzo was trying to brainwash Naruto, but Minato wanted to argue. But what is there he can say about it? After all, it is not a wrong statement that they wanted Menma and Mito to join Root or Ambo, but it seemed that they handed over Naruto as Minato clenched his fist at that. No, I do not believe you. I do not believe that mom will accept this so-called ridiculous reason of yours. I want to talk with mom. Just like that, Naruto ran away. He did not want it to be in the Hokage office any for a single second. The feeling of betrayal was increasing in his heart. He believed that his mother will be able to protect him. His father was always so indifferent, always favoring Menman Mito, and Naruto knew that only his mother was there, and he believed that she will protect him from Minato as well as every bad guy in Konoha. As Naruto ran for his life for the Uzumaki Namikaze household. As Minato looked towards Root Ambo, take him away after he met with Kushina, and just like that, Root Ambo nodded at that as Minato sighed at the whole situation. But there is nothing he can do about the matter. All clans contribute to Root and Ambo, and his clan is also present here. He cannot, you can say, get rid of this responsibility no matter what, as Minato could only hope that one day Naruto will be able to understand his difficulties as a father and as a Hokage. He cannot hand over the Jinchurikis to third Hokage or to Danzo, otherwise his position of the fourth Hokage will become even more awkward than it is already is, as Minato finally closes his eyes, while on the other hand there was dead silence in the Hokage office. For one time, Jiraiya also decided to stay silent, while on the other hand, Naruto finally arrived at the Uzumaki Namikaze household. He was about to say mom, but he noticed a scene that almost shattered his heart, as there was a small party going on in the Uzumaki Namikaze household. Minato, the real Minato, after all, in the Hokage office was just a shadow clone, was present there, and at the moment they were having a small celebration of Menma and Mito joining the academy, as Kushina was laughing with Menma and Mito. They looked like a perfect family, as a thought which Naruto previously had in his heart. That was one more person would truly be one excessive in this family, as Minato quickly noticed the chakra signature of Naruto, as Kushina also noticed that, as Minato put a hand on the shoulder of Kushina, as Kushina closes her eyes, as Naruto noticed that both his parents has noticed him, but they were not looking towards him, trying to ignore him. He also saw the small guilt in the eyes of Kushina, but she looked away from Naruto, as Naruto also realized that Shimura Danzo was not lying. His parents had truly abandoned him, and they had truly left him to the wolves. Naruto did not knew that how he left the Uzumaki Namikaze household, as there was pure, you can say, blank expression in the eyes of Naruto, as if his soul has left his body. He did not knew how he went in the direction of Root base, but he finally arrived there as a Root Ambu finally appeared and put his hand on the shoulder of Naruto. Alright kid, it is time. And just like that, they disappeared in the Root base as Naruto finally arrived in a small sector that was given to him. Finally, laying on his small bed, which was nothing compared to his previous bed in his original room, tears finally started to appear in the eyes of Naruto. How could something like this happen in such a small time? Few days ago, he was almost the heir of the Uzumaki Namikaze family. Few days ago, he was the future sealing master, the future Hokage, the future clan head of the Uzumaki family, and now everything is gone. His parents has abandoned him, handing him over to the wolves. Naruto, thanks to the seal that was planted on his tongue, has realized that what kind of shadowy organization this root organization truly was. And now, just to protect his other siblings, they always told him that it is not that they favored his sibling. They always told him that they loved him just as much as they loved his sibling. But everything was now over. He was nothing more than a slave of the root. And his siblings are gonna become powerful shinobi, gonna make a name for themselves, gonna become the Hokage, gonna become the clan head, and everything for him. There was nothing but an obligation to contribute to Konoha. As tears were finally streaming from his eyes, he was truly abandoned by his family. As Naruto, just like that, finally returned to the world of dreams. As Naruto finally closes his eyes, if only for one last time, he could have the embrace of his mother. As Naruto finally closes his eyes, he did not know how he arrived to this world. Previously, he could not control it, but he only wanted a embrace. As Naruto appeared in the world, as Naruto looked around, he has seen it before in the world of Ben Tennyson. It seemed that this was what they call the forge of creation. In front of him were the hands of a gigantic female-like alien eggs, and in the center of her palm was the baby alien eggs. As Naruto walked towards the baby alien eggs and touched the alien eggs, and just like that, he merged with the body of alien eggs. Previously, he was unable to do so because there is already a consciousness present in the body of other people. He can, you can say, enter the body of his other self because even though they're separated by the timelines, but their soul is essentially the same. So therefore, Naruto can get the experience of his other selves, while he cannot enter the bodies of other people in his dreams. But the baby Alien X doesn't have a consciousness ready in his mind. The small consciousness, the two consciousness that are present in Alien X are not formed. So Naruto was able to enter into the body just like he felt it whenever he hugged his mother previously, entering into the palm of gigantic female alien eggs and the body of baby alien eggs. Naruto felt like as if he was in the embrace of his parents for one last time. As Naruto closes his eyes and started to sleep in his own dreams one more time, unknown to Naruto, the power of baby alien eggs started to merge with the very soul and consciousness of Naruto. This will increase his power, and one day, he will be able to reach the levels no one accepted in the real world. Naruto finally opened his eyes. The pure, you can say, lost look in his eyes was gone, but rather the look of utter hatred appeared in Naruto's eyes. No, he doesn't accept it. He doesn't accept that he was a failure. He doesn't accept the reality that how his parents abandoned him for his sibling. He doesn't accept anything of such sort as Naruto slammed his fist into the ground. But unknown to Naruto, the ground almost shattered as Naruto has somehow gained a small fraction of the power of the Alien X of baby Alien X, but it was not complete. As Naruto looked towards his hand, he could feel it, his power. Every time he took over the body of his other selves, or rather much with the bodies of his other self, he was able to get the experience of some of the chakra levels as well as the techniques of his other self, but he was unable to do so when he tried to enter the body of Kakashi or that other wood style user. But somehow he was able to enter the body of baby Alien X and has gained some of the abilities of it. Reality bending is not this was the thought that appeared in Naruto's mind. No, this power, well, it was great, it was nowhere near what he wanted. He wanted all the power of Alien X. Yes, he wanted that for himself, and he has to reach the forge of creation with his, you can say, true self rather than in dreams. Yes, he has to reach to the baby Alien X. All that power belongs to him. Once he has the power of Alien X, he will fix everything. This world, it is broken. This reality, it was nothing. It was not something he accepted. Only the power of Alien X can fix everything. As pure madness was in the eyes of Naruto, what unknown to Naruto, his dojutsu was activated. Ryujigen, the dojutsu, was spinning in Naruto's eyes. Pure madness was present in Naruto's eyes. He was ready to finally walk the path of utter destruction. But hey guys, I'm gonna end this part here. So hopefully you guys like it. In the future, we're gonna make Naruto very very powerful. Well, in the beginning, I'm not gonna make Naruto like overlord of the Shinobi world very powerful, because even a fraction of Alien X power can utterly shatter the universe of Naruto. It is not something that can be put on the table just yet. But I want to give Naruto some of the abilities like reality bending and some other powerful abilities. After all, he still possesses a powerful dojutsu that, while granting him some abilities like going to the other timelines, but I believe that it still has more potential. So I will give him some time related abilities as well in the future. So hopefully you guys will like it. If you guys have new ideas about this fan fiction for the next part, you can tell me in the comment section and I will try to add them here, because I'm gonna make Naruto a bit, you can say, evil here, but not too evil like I'm gonna destroy the Shinobi world, but mainly on this part. So hopefully you guys like it. So yeah guys, see you soon in the next part. Peace.